So this woman, she was a hobbyist. Just a hobbyist, took photographs, you know, had a good time. And then she became more serious in 21. Some people sort of after COVID there, you know, they had time to really get into their artwork. So this hydrangea hug, it's called. I waited for this, waiting for a hug all summer and didn't get it. So she, this is interesting, photographers oftentimes go around, they find something cool, and they take a picture, okay? She observes her piece, her thing that she's going to photograph forever. Going back, using her phone, taking a picture of it, going home, coming back the next day, coming back the next week. So she really follows her subject around. For a year she did that. A year. Okay? So this is a different level of interest. You can, you know, some artists really get heavy with this.
That's like 2 growing seasons for hydrangeas, and you never know if it's going to be a good year.
That's right, that's for sure. That's for sure. So, you know, maybe we do it to ourselves or artists, you know, on purpose, just make these feats to try to, I gotta get it when it's just right, you know, and she did that. So she does self-portraits only of her with nature. Okay, and the things that she uses is grass, trees, flowers, bushes, and rocks. She actually had a list. And she relates to the nature ahead of time. You have to watch continuously. It's truly a lesson in observation. It really is. And it's very meditative, too. That's so good. She's self-taught, and she took some lighting with, there's a guy here who's a photographer who teaches lighting. She took some lighting. The reason why the whole background is dark is because she learned how to use a flash. And when you use a flash, the whole background goes dark. So, you know, these are the kind of things, like, what is a class in lighting? There's an example. You know, so she liked that. She liked that and used it in her work. So I said she uses a phone, camera, because I said, fun thing to ask photographers is, what kind of camera do you use? You know, because everyone uses their phone now. She just uses her phone for notes. And she uses a digital camera, a good quality digital camera, to capture her final piece. So this is another very interesting point. The image looks realistic, right? But as soon as you take the picture, it gets transformed. So when you think about it, every piece of art is somewhat abstracted, which is very cool because it's not the same. You know, even though it looks the same. So what is this realism? It is realism because they're trying to make it look real, but it's changed somewhat. And that's what makes it art, you know? It's kind of cool. She likes the neatness of photo art. Okay, so a lot of artists do talk about that. This is too messy for me. I like this better. I don't like this because this is, you know, it's just human. It's human. And she does make slight alterations to bring some magic to the image, okay? Because you wouldn't really know. And she said it's not narcissism, okay? Because you might think that. It's not narcissism to be taking photos of myself. I am asking the question, and you'll relate to this, who am I? And I like to plan, and she likes getting into character. She gets all excited and into it. Titles aren't difficult. They're difficult, she said, but important. Okay? That's what she had to say about titles. And here's an example. She has her photographs printed. So that's another whole department. Like, do they print it themselves? Do they have a printer? There's so much to everything you see here. So she, just a little tidbit, she has them printed. Everyone seems to find the person they want to print them